Kiko, we're leaving the Dry Tortugas this morning.
Nice.
Anyway, this morning I just want to do a live video. I want to explain a couple things to you. One is the Starlink. Here, Kiko, you want to take the camera? The Starlink does not work once we get moving here. So there's, you know, we've tried it a few times. It'll work slightly, maybe in perfectly calm seas, and we go very slow. I was told somewhere around 5 miles an hour, but the boat moves about 8 miles an hour, so Starlink just can't keep up with it. So once the boat actually starts moving, we'll lose our Starlink. Now, another thing, I just checked the speed on my Starlink, and it was unbelievable. It was like 170 meg is what I was getting right now, just before I started doing this video. And it's always like that in the morning. It's always like way early in the morning before anybody gets started. It's always way up. The numbers are way up there. So anyway, it's a good time to do a quick live video. So a couple things that I'll do here before we get started today is I'll get down here in the engine room, do that real quick, and I'll just check my engine oils. Clacky and Smoky have not burned any oil yet, but we'll get down here and I will change my, oh, it's still a little warm in here, Chief. And I'll just check my oil real quick. I'm anticipating having to add any. Yeah, so this one's perfect. You guys can see that. Right there, it's right on the full mark. So, and that has not moved 1 inch in over 500 miles now. That's Clacky, now Smoky. And Smoky looks good too. You can see right here, it was right on her full mark. And so we're ready to fire these engines up. We'll get them warming up. I like to warm them up for about 10 minutes before I take off. And then we'll go hit our navigation because it's going to be a little bit dark leaving here. And then here, let me have the camera, Kiko. I'll come down here and show you guys. So I'm just looking for any abnormalities to the engine room. Anything that I don't like but everything looks really, really good, actually. Another thing I'll talk about real quick is our solar system is doing an amazing job. It's not enough solar. I don't think it's ever enough solar. But there's the front of my engine. I don't think you can ever have enough solar. It's just we end up running the generator for about, we have to run it for about 4 or 5 hours a day to keep up with it. Now what I'm going to do is come out of the engine room and we'll go upstairs and chart out our plot for today. Let me show you how to do that real quick. All right. That's pretty cool. And then I'm just turning on the autopilot right here. Turn on the autopilot. It's right here. Just turn the auto switch on. Now the autopilot's on. Matter of fact, it's all our instruments on. I'm gonna go from anchor light to navigation lights. So my running lights are on now. And let's go upstairs and get the electronics ready. All right. It's gonna be a little dark up there. Stairs here. Okay, so what I do here is I'll grab my location that I want to end today at, which is going to be Key West. And we'll just pick a marina over here. I'm just going to pick this marina. And then I'm just going to hit boat 2. And it'll create its own route for me. And I'm going to check the route, which I like. You guys can see that right there. I like the route. And then I'm just going to hit go. This will tell me how many miles. So it's 71 miles over there. And it'll give me all the times and speeds and everything like that. Now normally it's when the daylight comes on, I'll shut this radar off. But for now, I'm going to run with the radar. I'm going to run with the radar just this first couple of hours this morning. So let's go fire up the engines, Chief.
All right.
And then
you can see there's quite a few boats in the anchorage.
So, and Kiko will get better with these live videos. It's hard too. If the boat's rocking,
Yeah.
Even though I mean, there's clouds here. I mean, it's still a little bit rocky in the anchorage out here. There's not a lot of protection in here, so the boat is constantly rocking. All right, let's go, Kiko. Let's go start the boat up.
All right.
You want to hand me the camera?
Yeah. All right.
So the Dry Tortugas is cool. That's Fort Jefferson right there. Anybody that's interested, it's like a big building out here in the middle of nowhere. It's amazing to see how something like that could have been built years and years and years ago, but it was. And we're going to stick out the fishing poles today, so I want to grab the fishing poles down from the lazarette after we get the engines fired up so that you guys can fish today on the way over. I want to catch a big old Maui. All right, Keek, you want to fire it up? Engines haven't been started in a couple days. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear, Keek. So both engines are fired up. And now let's go down in the lazarette, Chief, and we'll grab the... Do you remember where we put the fishing? They were in that blue bag.
Oh, yeah, I'll dig them out later.
Okay, because I want to go fishing. I want to see if we can catch something today while we're offshore. Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll end this live video. Keek. I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying Wednesday's video today. And then next week's video will be of us going and leaving Fort Myers and heading over to Key West, and then we're going to dive and snorkel some wrecks over there and stuff like that. We have a new YouTube crew member on board, but I told him that he could sleep in. You know, he doesn't have to get up this early in the morning to get the boat going. Anyway, that's it, Keek. You want to hit the stop? And
I wish I could.
it's just that little X up in the upper right-hand corner, right here.
Oh, okay.